Thanks, folks. I'm going to do a couple more songs off the new record. This is one I wrote with a guy who was just visiting us backstage. He's a big-time film and TV writer and producer. And he writes songs for a hobby. And we've been friends for a long time, so he sent me this early version of one of his songs last year or 2 years ago, and invited me to put my own spin on it, and it came out pretty good. It's called The Puncher's Chance. I lit a candle for the lost and lonely, and I stepped out into the night when I heard a voice call out my name from under the street lamp light. I knew him from my barroom days. Those were rough and rowdy times, just two old men talking about a life long left behind. Said, I know that I ain't ever going back to that old life, but I'll admit I sometimes think about those wild, wild nights. I could never pass up defending the honor of a working girl from some tanked up low-life poser trying to take her for a twirl. Schooling some low-down rounder for dealing that bottom card. If you messed with me, boys, you go down hard. All the headaches and the handcuffs I'm glad to leave behind. And these days I remember where I was last night. But sometimes I still think that I could win one last bar fight. And then I saw the old man smiling, I saw the laughter around his eyes, all them stories of my glory days. He said, those are mostly lies. And when it came to throwing hands, how that whiskey made me dance. But I never had any more than a puncher's chance. He said, I know that I ain't ever going back to that old life, but I'll admit I sometimes think about those wild, wild nights. I could never pass up defending the honor of a working girl from some tanked up low-life poser trying to take her for a twirl. Or schooling some low-down rounder for dealing that bottom card. If you messed with me, boys, you go down hard. All the headaches and the handcuffs I'm glad to leave behind. And these days I remember where I was last night. And sometimes I still think that I could win. With a crooked nose and a battered jaw and a shoulder that never healed right, maybe in the end I guess it's best I've had my last